So, it's been 2 years since Insta360 launched their go-to action camera. This is a small pocket-sized camera with the size of your thumb. So, has this camera held up after 2 years of usage, and has the overall performance and experience changed? And the big question is, will there be a Go 3 released soon? Let's embark on a wild ride and dive deep into the features and functions to find out. Now first, the Insta360 Go 2 has been a really popular choice for vloggers, content creators, and even casual users who wants to capture all those special moments in their life. With affordable pricing, it's just one of those cameras you need to have in your arsenal. It might not be the only camera you use, but doing hikes, surfing, mountain climbing, or just capturing some family moments, it's one of the most versatile cameras on the market. Now, it's worth noting that the Insta360 Go 2 is incredibly small, which is one of the biggest selling points. It measures only 52.9 by 23.6 by 20.7 millimeters and weighs only 26.5 grams. This makes it easy to carry around with you wherever you go, and it's ideal for those who wants to capture spontaneous videos and moments without having to carry bulky equipment. Insta360 Go 2 packs some impressive specs and features, and is one of the reasons I love it so much and actually use it when I'm out with my family doing smaller hikes or just doing family stuff. It can shoot 1440p at 50 fps and also capture 9 megapixel photos, which is more than enough for most people. Additionally, it has a built-in image stabilization, which helps you keep your footage steady, and their flow state stabilization is actually known to be one of the best. One thing I really love about the Go 2 though is the magnetic attachment system. It comes with a range of magnetic mounts, including pendants, a clip, a pivot stand, and even more if you decide to purchase some additional accessories. This makes it incredibly easy to attach the camera to clothing, bags, or even metal surfaces, and it keeps the camera stable when you're recording. I'm actually quite impressed of how strong these magnets are, especially over time. And still after 2 years of putting this through water, dirt, sand, it still holds up pretty well. And I see no differences in the magnets since I first used it 2 years ago. It's IPX8 rated, which means it can withstand depths of up to 4 meters. This makes it really perfect for capturing footage while swimming, surfing, or doing any other water-based activities. And for me, trying to get my son into becoming my assistant, this is one of the best cameras to practice with. You would also be surprised by the build quality of this small camera, that it's actually pretty robust. And since this has a replaceable lens, I can replace this at a very small cost if he cracks the lens by accident, which might happen, and these are extremely cheap to get. You can also get some ND filters if you feel like you need that. Now, when he is using this camera, right after he finished his session, we can check the footage immediately on my phone and save it to the Photos app, or do some adjustments by changing the different aspects, or do some simple reframing. So that alone is a reason to get this camera. Even if you're not using it yourself, your kids might have a great time with this tiny device, and I'm sure it's gonna bring a lot of fun and joy to your kids as well. But as a content creator, what are some of the downsides with Insta360 Go 2? Well, one of the reasons that some people have reported is the battery life isn't great. It only lasts for about 30 minutes when shooting, so you'll need to make sure that you have a power bank with you if you're taking this on really long trips. But for my use, and I've actually used this quite a lot, I can report that I haven't experienced this issue at all. I've set this to a record limit of 10 minutes, but I usually stops it now and then just to make sure that the files aren't getting too big when I transfer the footage from the Insta360 Go 2 over to my phone or over to my computer. Now, when it comes to the charging case here, this actually charges your Go 2 pretty fast, and for those times you want to use it handheld, you can actually charge while you record, which is really awesome, and is something that I've been doing a lot lately because I haven't really felt the need to mount it anywhere. And if I forget to take my pendants or the head clip, I can just hold it and it will keep on being fully charged, and when I go back to my car I can just plug the charging cable into the USB-C port here and it will charge up to full again. And it's a really convenient way of keeping your camera fully charged at all time. And when we were doing a lot of hikes in Hawaii, I had this on my head clip and also on my pendant, and when I was done shooting I could just put the GoTo back in its charging case and it would make sure that the GoTo was fully charged every single time I took it out and put it back to record. I really love that the GoTo has this option, and it's some of my favorite things about it, that I can make sure that it's fully charged at any time and it's ready to go whenever I need it. Now, one thing that the GoTo does not have is a screen. That means you'll need to use the 360 app in order to preview your footage, or if you want a live preview, you need to have the app open and then watch your phone to get a preview of the footage coming from the GoTo. For some, this is a make or break, but from my experience using this with many different cameras, I actually don't mind this not having a screen. In some way, it makes the process of shooting a video a little bit easier. I can focus more on the task I'm doing than if I would have a screen. I don't know about you, but if I have a screen, I just have to check the framing now and then just to see how the framing is. So with the GoTo, I can't do that, which makes it more of a straightforward to use camera. Just place it and record and you check the footage later, which in some way is awesome as well, because the workflow of getting started to shoot a video is much faster. You don't need to set up anything. You just put it wherever you want to put it and then press record, done. Now, when it comes to the lens of the GoTo, this may seem small, but it actually offers a wide field of view. Now, the exact field of view may vary depending on the shooting mode and settings you use, but in general, you can expect 120 degrees field of view from this device. And you can also choose between different field of view modes, such as ultra wide, linear, narrow, and action view, to get the perfect shot for your needs. And you can do it by going through the settings on the charging case here, which you have a screen, or you can do it on your app, or you can do it later in post. So if you shoot and you want to reframe and change the aspect later, you can do that on the mobile app. So it doesn't matter what aspect of frame rate or resolution you shoot with, you can change all of that later anyway, which is something that you can only find with the Insta360 devices, which is really awesome. But the field of view is not as wide as any GoPros or the Action 3, but you will quickly see that you capture everything you need anyway, and you can later reframe this in the app, which gives you a bit more flexibility than most other cameras, which is a huge selling point for the GoTo, if you ask me, compared to shooting with something like the GoPro. You shoot and what you shoot is what you get, and you can't really reframe that or change the aspects in a quick way like you can do with the Insta360 GoTo. So basically, the versatility and the ease of use is a huge advantage with the GoTo. So in a nutshell, the Insta360 GoTo is a miniature 3K action camera that packs a tons of features, possibilities, and incredible portability into a single tiny frame. So overall, the Insta360 GoTo is still a fantastic camera. It's incredibly portable, versatile, and easy to use, and it produces high quality footage, which is more than enough for social media posts on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and more. And a lot of the things that I have been posted on my Instagram is shot with the GoTo. So if you want to check that out, make sure to head over to my Instagram. Also follow for more videos there, but it has some drawbacks, but I still think those are outweighed by the various benefits of this camera. And it is a camera that I can highly recommend to anyone looking for a compact and reliable way to capture their adventures and their family moments, or just to have some fun. But yeah, I've been using this for 2 years now, and in the camera world right now, this seems to be a very long time. Like, I mean, DJI is pushing out devices every third month. It's hard to keep up, but the GoTo has been out for 2 years now without any major changes or rumors or leaks or anything like that. And on the Insta360's website, the GoTo is no longer available for sale. This most definitely means that the Go3 will take its place, and the GoTo is already out of production. If you want a good option to the Go 2 right now because you can't get this, then I highly recommend the X3. I have a trending video on the X3 going on right now, giving you everything you need to know about this device, which I will leave down in the description below, along with my creative shots reframing guide. So if you want to check that out and learn more about how to reframe, which will be beneficial for the Go 3 as well when that comes out, check them out down in the description. Now, regarding the Go 3, these are just my speculations. And I also wanted to make this video some time ago because this has actually been out of stock for a few months now. But in hope of receiving an early unit to take with me to Hawaii, I left the video out, so I didn't make it. Now, we also know that Insta360 is releasing a new mobile gimbal, which you have paid attention to their YouTube channel or to their website. So depending on when you watch this video, the gimbal has been released or will be released on March 29th. It really looks awesome. Now, links will be down in the description below if you want to check out the gimbal or if you want to check out the X3. Everything will be linked down in the description below. But if I'm going to take a wild guess here, they have different teams working on different products. So while producing the new gimbal, they have also been working on the next level of tiny action cameras, which is the Go 3. And by taking the Go 2 off the list quite early, they can calculate the demands in emails, comments, and other requests they get from people wanting to purchase the Go 2. So I think this is a trick they have been using for some time now, but this is only my speculations though. It could be completely different, so I would take this with a grain of salt. But I sure hope the Go 3 is coming out this year, and if Insta360, if you're watching this video, please send me a few samples to take with me to Hawaii. It would be so much easier to learn how to surf with a smaller action camera in my mouth. So that wraps it up, the long-term review of the Go 2. It's something that I still use and I love it. So what's your opinion on the Insta360 Go 2? And if you're eager to see the Go 3 sooner than later, please drop a comment down below and hopefully that can help in pushing it out faster. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you found any value in this video, let me know by dropping a like, and I will see you in the next one.